What is positioning? Positioning, as the word itself comes up, positioning is you draw a picture in the mind of a consumer, in the mind of a customer. I use a certain word and there is a picture or image which comes in your mind. The brain is a very different machine. It never thinks in words. It always thinks in pictures. We dream in pictures. When we have to express ourselves, we have to use words. So in order for us to understand clearly, we have to make use of words, but basically we understand more in pictures and images. And that is why we understand the pictures and images better than just words. Understand it more fully. So what we have to do in sales, number one is the positioning, and the positioning is drawing a picture in the mind of a consumer. Positioning, picture, a perception in the mind of a consumer. That's how you become successful. All the brands of the world, think about your favorite brands. Any brand you think in the world, they use image, one word image, and that creates a perception, and that's how they're able to sell that in the mind of a consumer. Positioning has 7 other P's. Number one is painting the picture in the mind of a consumer, which is the perception part. So whenever you think about anything, like any service you ever want to, like if you want to take a television, new service, or you want to go for a new cell phone, or you want to go for a new car, any financial decision you want to make, you always think about the top of the ladder. Who is on the top of the ladder? Who's an expert? I should first go to him, take advice. And that is exactly how the sales process works. Product knowledge as the ultimate, you should be the top of the line, the top of the ladder in the mind of a consumer. You should have so much experience with what you're selling that you become invincible. And that how you become that. Product knowledge, that is like an ammunition. You go in the battlefield and if you don't have ammunition, of course you're gonna die. So think about top 3 competitors and you have to draw a chart. So what you can do is you can either do it in front of the customer when you're explaining or detailing about a product. If I'm, for example, selling a medicine, what I do is I put a product A, B, C. These are my 3 competitors and this is my product. I honestly and with integrity, I put all the pluses, all the pros and cons, and I detail people in a visual form. I tell people that, this is the benefit of having my product and these are the different competitive products and how you're going to benefit. It's called side by side. Or whatever product you're buying, if the person who's so expert and so knowledgeable, you don't have to sell much. You just sell with a power of industry knowledge versus this person. So I should go, it will be a very big risk to go to the competitor because this person knows so much about the product. So fourth P is creating a pull and instead of a push. The times we live in have drastically changed. Gone are those days when people use a departmental store and there will be salespeople coming and they're saying, buy this detergent and this is one of the best. We are now buying everything online. We are buying everything what we want to buy. World has drastically shifted towards from the push to the pull. If we don't create a strong pull of our product, people should be starving for our product. And how we position it, how we create a positioning in the mind of a consumer, that's how we create a pull. So we have to create such a strong pull of the product instead of push. All these different impacts, the people, marketers, the strong, effective advertising companies, they create a pull, and that is how products are sold. The power of telepathy is to dive into the customer psychology. Like, what are their frustrations? What are their fears? What are their pains? Last is communication, like how they communicate. Which are the different tools of communication, sources of information they're getting from? And you should know ins and out of this program. And lastly, the program. If you understand that everything is all about event, and people buy identities, they do not buy products. They buy experiences, they do not buy intellect. So all these different, I've told you that, the power of, psychological, emotional, physical, and intellect, all these different appeals you can use while creating a positioning statement. If you're writing your sales copy or you're giving a video demo of your product, or you're making an ad for your product, or whatever you do, sell your idea, your product, your service, you have to give a try to all these techniques I have mentioned. If you go out and joker outside and you have it looks like a event, it's so inviting, it's so enticing. You want to go to that place, you want to go and see what's going on, so you don't want to miss out. There is always a peer. If you have a restaurant, like an in-person, if you have an online business, put an offer, a coupon, or have an event that my offer is from 3 days, like from this date to this date, and it's going to end. And fear of loss is the biggest thing. A lot of salespeople use that. Today is the last day, so a lot of furniture sellers use clearance sales, because people want to buy cheap, get the best out of their get the best value, and these are the different techniques salespeople they use it, become successful. So feel free to use all these positioning tools I've given you, and that will make you successful.